All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome on in. We're going to continue on with our Shadow Empires playthrough. As the thumbnail here showed, we're kind of getting down to the final showdown, the 50-50, who will win. We are hopefully finishing up our war here with green. There's a tiny spot of teal just holding out. I think that's here. And they're actually keeping brown kind of busy, so thank you, teal. What a friend to the end, I suppose. We have made some pretty rapid gains last time. I don't remember the exact numbers, but we were quite a ways behind, and we've narrowed the gap to 8.7 points. So as a reminder, to win, you have to get to 50 points and be 25 points ahead of the second place. So we are rapidly closing in on him. We are definitely nowhere near that far behind. We were not too long ago, so we've made some pretty good gains here. On the strategic level, not overly much has particularly changed. We made some pushes. We haven't technically finished off the other green, but we are marching in with these aliens to finish off his little droop ear. You have to get rid of every single hex of their influence to actually finish them off, even though I don't think anything could bring them back. Maybe you could have like some rebellions and give them some forces, maybe, but they're done. They're done. We've got a lot of neutral territory for some reason. I don't exactly know what's out here that I don't have any info on it. We probably should try to get some spies in here. Speaking of spies, last time around we played a oligarch card on brown, Mason Empire or Republic, that gave us 136 spies. I don't think I've ever had more than, I don't know, 20 or 30 spies at a time. So it'll be really interesting to see how much information we managed to get there. So that should be pretty cool. Yeah, beyond that, we're basically just building up lines. If I remember right, we're in a thunder run here trying to take the Obario ruins. Hopefully we'll be able to snag that. What a beautiful spot for a city. I would have put it inside, but still. Metal, oil, metal, more ruins than you'll ever need. A good chunk, 16,000 very rare relics. That's going to be amazing. Over here, we are having a lot of supply problems. Hopefully, yeah, we take this guy out and we can connect this road in. I'm probably going to be looking at a railroad. We really need to get some rail down here. We have it to here. I don't remember when we did that. Yeah, we've used up all the logistics here. So we can switch this to used. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that one bit. What were you doing? Power plant 2. We're closing. Yes, good job, Babel. No delegated. Where is that? How do we have... Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. So we have a bunch of oil wells that I don't own. That's just a normal metal. Oh, it's over here. How is that delegated to me? Oh, no. Okay, it's the recycling that's delegated. Weirdly so? Let's undelegate that. That's weird. Definitely not something I did, at least. Okay, got stun lock there for a minute. We are pushing south pretty well. I would love to have sniped this. That was one of my plans, but Brown must have seen through it and got us around here. So we're going to leave well enough alone with that. Hopefully we only have these two cities. This is kind of what I was expecting, but there is some suspicious road heading out this way. So there's, yeah, look at that. That could be Brown. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it's these two and then he'll be done. And then we can pony up against Brown. I think in an ideal world, we'll start one invasion down here and one way over here. This is kind of what I think is going to be the main theater. I think there's enough points in here to win. And we have a good supply point there. And we are beefing up our supply points. We had some oddities here, although I think we tracked it down to being an event. So that's where we're standing right now. Our economy is doing all right. We had a law pass that I was very concerned about, but it seems like we're okay. This wealth tax, actually, I thought this was going to absolutely shalong me, but I think we're doing all right. My leaders aren't too pissed off. If we go with the lowest relation, hold on. We also need to add wealth to this because it's based on being wealthy. Assuming that this is the number that it's based on, you can see who's getting taxed, and this is going down. He was at 96 before. His average should be 96, so there is some pain up here. The top, I believe, was 3%, so it should be about 3 or 4-ish people. They're doing okay. I mean, that's not miserable. He's at natural. He's at natural, and so he is 10 below. But that's chunk. He is what he is. He can deal with it. Maybe you shouldn't have bought your 5th luxury compound. Okay, let me catch up on chat here. Maybe not stare at that screen while I'm doing it. And then we'll get going. Slice says, where is everyone? We're all here for you, Slice. We're all here. Hey, says Bio and Union, Casey. Bashiri Franklin says, not first. Yeah, but you're not last. Now to see how long YouTube makes us wait before going to the live. Do remember that I actually have to like push the button. Sometimes I'm not exactly on the second it clicks over. Hey, Justin, how's it going? Strange that there's lag before the live feed kicks in. Usually when I watch myself, like if I go to check the stream, some nights I'm as low as 4 seconds and other nights I'm as long as 15 for delay. So, and that's me to my local server and back, which is about as good as you can get. So everyone else is gonna have a little bit more than that at least. Union says this is gonna be a slugfest. I'm sure it will. Hopefully, between the air power and some good use of armor, we'll just kind of be able to punch and surround. That's going to be the ideal. Neither one of us is going to be able to have a solid front line, so it's all going to be about pockets. Too bad for Chunk, that's right. Hit refresh to update YouTube. Yeah, there's also, by like where you'd pause the video or push play in the bottom left, there's usually a live button. If that's not, I think it's red when you're live, you can always click that and it'll pop you to live. Quick setup will make the opening of the war too easy for you. Quick setup. What do you mean by quick setup? You mean just getting into position? Yeah, it would be nice if I could declare war on somebody on my own terms for once. I'll definitely say that. But very strange he has all these guns up here. Oh, helicopter. Hello. Tactical bombers. Ooh. Well, my close air support would absolutely shred these guys. So that's going to be cool. That does also make me think, are we building... We're working on a uni here. I probably should try to get some airport up here. ASAP, because we need to get this to level 3 to get our casts. Yeah, just food for thought. Last time around, unlike normal, where I kind of end at the end of a round, we ended at the beginning because I don't remember what it was, but I wanted to do something to make sure it worked. So we're kind of starting in a weird stutter start here. Military Research Council priorities. All right, let's double check. Make sure we're not wasting too many points. We're wasting 72 points. So I would say yes, we are. So again, we're going to drift closer and closer to 50-50, basically. And then we will be as saturated as we can be on points. At least efficiently. Ooh, that's bad. Model design. I don't remember what we did last time. Did we do the man pad? Because I wanted one. Okay, probably. How did we do? 113. Base design pretty bad. Weapon is atrocious. Armor is okay. All right, that's fine. I would like to customize our MG2 unit into an MG3 unit, so it will have an RPG and it will have some man pads. So a little anti-tank, a little anti-air, and in an ideal world, we'll upgrade everyone into that. So our defensive units will be pretty rock solid. Okay, if that's the case, what did we need to do? I think I said I'd do APC. And we redesigned it. Charge Gauss machine gun, 100mm polymer, and a medium diesel. Let me check that. I don't want to waste time if we don't need to do that. I'm really, really hoping that we will discover the order of battle that uses these. Yeah, this is the normal Gauss gun with steel plate. Okay, so that is the new design. My helicopter, yeah, I never actually used it. I'm just designing it to unlock the bigger helicopters. I don't, generally speaking, I prefer planes if I can use them. The range is just better, but it doesn't have the versatility of a helicopter. Okay, so this is going to be APC this time around. We're going to do it from design, and we're going to build upon the party bus. Minor worker strike and black market. Man, black market, what is your problem? What is your dysfunction, man? You have quality of life. I mean, it's not huge, but it's there. You're getting happier. You're growing. No, you're not. Okay. All right, well, we will continue bribing you. Major worker strike in Bulwark. Again, what is your problem, Bulwark? You've been conquered for freaking ever. How are you still having issues? Bulwark. Yeah, there's nothing near you. Okay, you do need more quality of life. I'll give you that. All right. I gotta watch this. We are rapidly increasing that democracy. Have the manpads started to roll? No, we just finished those at the end of last turn. Yeah, we need to design a medium helicopter, says Bio. They have some guy named Union as governor. Yeah, I don't know. He seems a little shifty, if you ask me. Sabotage in Bingi. All right, investigate who is the saboteur. You've got this, Gray.
Yes, sir.
Failure. And you didn't even kill a random person on the street? Are you even trying? Popular journalist. Okay, we haven't had this in a while. We could let morality go down. No. I would like to keep our enforcement, so I think we're going to imprison him. A little bit of worker unhappiness, good morality.
Roger that.
Yeah. Aliens ask for tech? Yes.
Roger that.
Did I play the alien card last time? I can't imagine I did. Our spies found info. There you go. Let's immediately play that before I forget. We are gonna... Yeah, I can't afford the expensive one, so I guess we're gonna do the smaller one. Not enough PP? We have plenty of PP. No, we don't, but we have enough PP for this. 23. And we gotta make sure we save for next round. I'm very hopeful that those aliens are gonna join us. All right, you're out of order, but I'm gonna do this anyways. Oh, All right, that's fine. Don't you dare move on that road. All right, now let's do this actually in order. Also, what the heck's up with that oil? Probably should do something about that. Are we still getting oil? You are out of oil. All right, I'm never gonna play a peripheral card on you. Apparently, we also had an organic furnace here. Rip me. All right, I'm gonna close both of those. Hopefully that's because, we just built the medium tanks. That may be part of it. Okay, later in the turn, we will do a little oil seeking. Let's not get out of order here. Let's try to be on point tonight. Okay, so in the north, I think we are where we are. I would like to get some guns up here. We know there's tanks. I don't really have an excuse not to put some guns along the front. Maybe I will strap move those ones in the south if we ever actually get logistics points again. Right, we were building water. I probably am going to need to build some more of these little veins to get supplies. Like one right here might not be a bad idea. I'm going to just do that. We will connect in with that road at some point. But I'm going to need more than just that. I'll try to build it in a couple cheap spots, essentially. I'll come back and keep doing that a little bit each turn. Power plant in the south, yes, it was a recent conquer and it is being closed. Again, I like to keep my major power infrastructure, something like that, close to the capital. I do not like that way out in the middle of nowhere, even though it doesn't use logistics. So if you were going to put something in the middle of the nowhere, power plants would be better than a lot of them. Like if you do industry or something down here, I'd have to ship them the metal every turn. So by doing as much industry as I can in my capital, then we have less logistics used. Okay, right, we're mining some radioactive. Okay. Right. Okay, that's an interesting way to set yourself up. All the tanks kind of piled into town. So we are literally setting up for a giant tank battle here. Okay, I'm actually going to move him to there. And then we're going to try to take you out. I'm not sure that's actually helping, but let's go ahead. Hey, Drew, how's it going, man? Okay, that's a little loud. I need to turn that down. Nobody complained last time, but for anyone who didn't know, I did a reinstall trying to save our save. It did hold. Yikes. And when I did that, it just reset all my settings. So give me sound effect. Let's go down a little bit more. I should have taken a picture of my settings. I know better than that. I was just too distressed. Droog was the hero we needed, and he was able to roll our turn, and Vic was able to patch our problem. Okay, so let's move up here. All right, now, the pink are my mediums. I'm gonna move one here. Okay, let's get our Air Force. I would really like to take this out this turn if at all possible. See if they still have air coverage.
Returning to base, sir.
They did still have some air coverage. He got a couple hits, but not kills. Okay. Yeah, we haven't been too bad. If I had to guess, they don't have enough dogfighting to take me down. Can you drop production to 25% on the power plant? Maybe. Yeah, we definitely should knock it down one. Okay. No, let me focus on this first, and then we'll do that later on. Distant Worlds 2 reminds me of what, man? You can't leave us hanging like that. Made a lot of noise, and eventually it was fixed by someone else. Hey, you got it to roll one turn, which gave us hope. The thing is, it is easier to push them out if they can just retreat rather than fighting to the death. And I'm willing to let them do that. Because the thing is, this would have to be my surround. I mean, I guess we could try. It is a lot of tanks. That would be nice.
Operation successful.
So then we can roll. See, yeah, I can't get to here very easily. We'd have to use one of these. I guess that's okay. It has to be him, basically. Nobody else has the movement. Oh, okay, hold on. That'll work. I don't want to waste everyone's moves because we're going to need them for the big attack here. Last turn we attacked and got pushed back. So these guys should be pretty pummeled, in all honesty. All right, so this is going to be a combination of both our lights and our mediums. Again, just some of the largest tank battles this planet has seen since the apocalypse. 3.7 to 1, and we are going in here with high recon. Yeah, see, we're both getting a problem with our caliber. He's at minus 63, I'm at minus 24. That's because his Gauss weapons are struggling to pin, especially my mediums. What are my other big penalties? Okay, I don't have full readiness. That is what it is. Yeah. That's not too bad, though. That's not too bad. He also has like a ridiculous leader that was getting ridiculous bonuses last time. All right, let's see if we can do it.
Cavalry. Requesting backup.
Held again. All right, well, it is what it is, I suppose. I really wish I had something that could make it here, because they're likely to be able to push that. Oh, there we go. We'll roll that tank over there. Okay, and I will threaten that, I think. We have a tank here. Alright, you know what? Let's go for more surround threatens over here. I want to put as much pressure as I can on this area. Okay, speaking of pressure on that area. Why do I have 3 red tanks here? Oh, because this is, okay, light aim, okay. This is not fire starters. That makes sense. I was going to be rather disappointed if that was the case. Okay, let's actually probe these. I want this to hopefully win this time around. Rocket artillery, not down here, for sure. With the amount of supply problems we're having, that would be... part of the problem is I think we're still trying to supply our artillery. Yeah, look at this. They requested an additional, like, 1,000 ammo, and it still has not arrived after multiple turns. We are really struggle bussing.
Going in.
Are the bigger 4E? I think we're on 2E at the moment. I don't have any airports that can support them, though. I think our biggest airport in the area is only like 1. I don't even think we're up to 2 yet. I am actively attempting to fix that. Okay, so yellow. Yellow. You're in the north. Might need to realign him. That's okay for now. Okay, so that is super duper useful. Red. Let's come in this way. Get over there. These guys come down here and help. All right, we're getting somewhere here. Sure. All right, we've at least established the line, although I see I messed up there slightly. He probably won't move into that. Okay, you... This is not good. Not good. Medium tanks arriving, however, is. And if these guns can ever make it, that would be excellent. Okay, now, can I do this? No. Why not? Because you're not connected at all. Weird. Okay, next turn I'll be able to connect that. We have plenty of IP. IP is not a problem. I'm actually gonna rewrite. What is this? Well, that looks rather dangerous. Say, friend, what are you doing here? Who are you? Haven't seen you around. Any of you have any gas left?
Birds are in the sky.
Okay, we didn't have enough recon to see. I bet you there's a rebel right there. Well, that's gonna be annoying. Okay, I don't dare move any of these people who are super duper low on supplies. Yeah, we have some, but we're not getting other things, so I'm just gonna try to hold still the best I can and not incur extra need. Okay. Boo. All right, over here. All right. So you're saying there's a chance. Don't even have recon for this. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Nice. Okay. Okay. That is very good. Now, what I'd like to see is no more enemy troops in this area. That would be my ideal. And an end of the road. So that would tell me that, ooh, he's out of supplies. Yikes. Okay, we'll try to bring some supplies down there. My bad. All right, we're just getting into positions here. Got a bunch of aliens coming down. Bunch of aliens. Yeah, these guys are going to go fog busting for us. Not very particularly good at this point for the actual fighting, but we could use them because they don't need supply out in this far reach area. Okay, buggy coming down, tanks coming down. All right, let's dirt road as far as we can there. All right, don't want to come through a mountain, so... All right, little expensive again. All right, this is not going to be particularly good. I mean, we're sending stuff by truck from Bulwark. Like, we are far past where I really should be. Let's try to help that ever so slightly. We'll throw some sealed road at it. See if that helps. Yeah, we need a gas station over here, like, really badly. What were you? Maybe we'll build one, like, right there. Right up here. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Okay, man, I definitely moved this guy a little too far. Okay, but we got this town. We just literally don't have anything to do with this. Let's have him pull back and see what's in there. Apparently some tanks. Yeah, you come down here too. All right, we have things coming. We have things coming. Hopefully they'll be all right. Okay, that is what that is. Okay, over here, we're mainly focused with these two guys just to try to go wipe him out. Get rid of that. Over here. Yep, we're just ponying up to the front, essentially. Okay, here, we're hoping to kill these guys off. We're not in a super hurry, so I'll just wait until we're fully ready. Okay, and then let's do a full inspection for the first turn tonight. So we're closing some oil down, so we need to build a little bit of oil. 34,000, we probably do better than that. What are you working on? University 2, all right. Solar panels, yep. Switch over to inspection mode so I don't accidentally move somebody. Okay, one turn on a uni. Do I want to try to push these guys? No, we have almost no population that's not a worker. Let's give them an injection of some extra pop. And let's be a little greedy here and try to do a double build. I want to get that airbase started. If I could get this to level 3 at minimum, I'd feel a lot better. Can you disable artillery ammo resupply specifically? I could, but I mean, I kind of want my artillery back. I might just need to drive them back to better logistics. Arasaka says, how's the Conqueror? It's all right. It's all right. I'm hoping that we're going to finish green off tonight. That would be kind of one of my goals. Okay, so next up, we're in Black Market, who's building a truck station 2. Yep, sure need that. Okay, Boomtown, working on extra barracks. Scrap Town. Ah, okay, a level 2 airbase. So I wasn't totally right. Level 3, please. Yeah, and I will spam these out along the front so we can fly our planes between bases easily enough. I don't think we need one here. Extreme Civ. So I really don't want any other points here. Everyone housed? They sure are. Yeah, this place is really waiting to be enlarged. I just never have the political points to do it. Okay, the ruins. What are you working on? Nothing. Okay. Getting some rail here would be useful. Now, I built a full-on station here, right? Yeah, so this just needs to be a head. So logistics, we just need a railhead. And then this is going to be kind of pricey. Rail to there. I can't do it. Don't have the industrial points. Okay. Don't let me forget to build that rail at some point. Down here. 1 turn left on apartments. You can do it, I believe. I believe. Finish the rail here. Okay, we finished that this turn. So next turn, we'll see some more supplies coming down. That may have already solved our problem. We have a truck 1 and a rail. We're having a lot of problems here because we're barbaric. Health and entertainment. We will build you some health to get started. IP low, yeah, we've been spending it like crazy. Troops near the ruins still need to be moved. These guys, I did march these. I went towards this rebel thing. But yes, thank you. Okay, nothing over there, nothing over there. Part of that's because I built that road through the hill here. That's where a lot of my points just went. Okay, Airbase 2. Now, you're not really on the front. I don't think I'm going to go up to 3 here. We're running some bureaucracy. That's fine. I don't love it. Early Civ, that's a problem. So, also not enough housing, also a problem. Go ahead and get the housing first. I think housing is the best thing you can build for a city, in my opinion. Keeps your workers there so they can build other things. Point disappointment, speaking of. Yeah, look how nice you're coming along. Could use some entertainment if it wants to continue to grow. It's a size 2 town that only has a size 1 solar panel. Apparently we've already built, or we are building. We are building, okay. Also, somebody mentioned turning down the power plant. So let's kick it back 75. I'd like to get this down to 25. That would be my ideal. Okay, Lakeview. High Civ, it's going to go up a lot. Housing all the workers. I think you're just literally waiting to grow. Now, I do need some more oil. This is a high availability. This is untapped, and it has a big reserve. This is pretty juicy. It's usually more efficient to upgrade something than build a fresh one, so
yes, sir.
Go ahead and raise that one. Definitely need more than that, though. You, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should not be how you are. Oh, you're not mine. Okay, never mind. Some crazy civilian oil well. Okay, bulwark. I mean, what are the odds that you're going to actually be able to build this, though? I mean, it can't be 0, right? 43,000. All right, I'm going to double up. Like I said, I normally don't like to do this. I like to build one thing at a time because you have to hire a bunch of temp workers. So you really drain your pop when you do that, but it'll be all right. Veins is working on apartments. Other ruins. Well, we looked at the end of last time. We were not able to merge this. Huntsland. Finished a hospital, which would be health points. So more entertainment points would raise our civ level. We are housing everybody. Has a railhead. Has bureaucracy. I think we might just let that one ride for now. Icedale. Not getting enough people. We need entertainment. Desperately need entertainment. Okay, so we need a vidcom.
Okay.
All right, that should fix that. You're closing. You're building. Oh my goodness, we have so many cities. All right, last one. Okay, apartments, yes. Airbase and truck station. Ideally, it's rail, isn't it? It's rail. We're gonna want an actual rail station. Let's do it. That bureaucracy is at 25%. That bureaucracy over here, no. Huntsland, it's at 75%. I will knock that up, thank you. There probably is another one somewhere that's not at 100% because we did fiddle with a couple of those. Okay, and normally I would go spend some points, but I'm gonna save for our peace treaty. Hopefully we're gonna be able to connect those. Southeast 2, you talking this guy? He's at 100%. Don't have one here. Don't have one there. 100%. Here we are. Bang. Back to 100. Thank you. That should be everybody. All right. Rapid fire turn there. He says 40 minutes into his stream. Droog, I think you're right. 40 minutes might be the new par for the course. Spoilers for anyone. Tomorrow, new video series starting out on Solarium Infernium. If you know what that game is, you probably just sat up in your chair. And if you don't know what that game is, I think you're going to like it. If you're here watching this at least, or you like Dominions. I think my first turn in that did take me 40 minutes too, so. We play complicated games around here, all right? I could probably turn a round of Plants vs. Zombies into a 40-minute thing. It's the warm-up period. Araska says that's the name of a game I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah. The remake specifically, but I did play the original, and I actually, well, you know, if you're not first, you're last in hell, but I almost won my play-by-email game, like, I mean, what would that be, 15 years ago now? I lost the final battle, but had I won that battle, I would have won that game. $40 turns for one turn doesn't look like Dom 6. I mean, Dom 6, I usually could keep it below 30. Play by email. Wow, seriously. Well, if you want to play Shadow Empire is played by email too. One of the things that did kind of interest me with the new Solarium Infernium is it does have play by email, but it also has a server, which interests me greatly. So if the Solarium Infernium videos have some interest, maybe I'll try to do a multiplayer of that. Maybe on like a Saturday or something. The default setting is 5 minutes a turn, and a normal game only goes 55 turns. So that's totally doable in one sitting. So if people are interested in that, make sure to interact with that video and tell me that you're interested when it comes out tomorrow. Boy, these turns certainly are taking a while these days, aren't they? I like games that make you think other than Kerbal Space. Well, a lot of people love the original Kerbal Space program. All right, we killed 400 infantry, 10 tanks, and we lost 200 infantry, 10 motorized, and 20 tanks. Bought a household armory. What the heck is up at the butt on that gun? Holy moly. Didn't notice that before. Discovered some more metals in First Forge. That must be up in the alien territory. Time of efficiency. Hey, we got Happy Jack. Look how happy he is. He loves it when we conquer people. Okay, the party bus 2 has been completed. 4 new stratagems. Threaten leader, efficiency drive. Okay. You know, diplomat. Hopefully we will never need another one of those this game. Okay, breakthrough now. Don't let me forget this card. I want to play this if we can this turn. It just gives us a free discovery. Propagandist. I probably should go play some unit cards too. I'm probably sitting on 1 billion of those. You mentioned Kerbal. Did I take a look? Only very, very briefly. It looked okay. Looked very early access. If I had nothing else to play, I'd probably pick it up and play it on the channel, but I'm just kind of busy at the moment. So did you pick it up? What are your thoughts on it? It looked very linear was my takeaway. I peeked at Rodamant playing. I like his stuff, and it just seemed very linear to me, which I don't know if that's just the game itself or if that's just because it's so early in early access. Vandalism of a monument. All right, well, we can't take any Virtus lowering, so we will take support the population. By the way, where are we on politics? Okay. Okay. We are in it could happen. Check and check. We need Virtus below 35 plus oligarch score. 35 plus oligarch. We're at 26 oligarch. Yeah. Yeah. You have met all the conditions. Chance of installing a feudal code decision, 2% per round. I'm going to assume that that goes up, maybe based on this score or maybe based on my faction's want for it. Having the peaceful route, we also have double checks. We need more rounds, 157, in the meritocracy system family, then 180 faction attitude 26 towards met all conditions. Okay, I wonder if these are two independent 2% checks or if it's just a you have a check or you don't have a check. I really would like to get into aristocracy. I want to see what their cards are like. Because, you know, as much as I drool on these permanent ones, dude, the cards have been really good in Oligarch. Like, legitimately, that spy card was insane. The treasure things are really cheap and give a lot of stuff. Like, they're better than, like, the fate cards, frankly, that give loot. Okay, policy speech. You know what? We are raising a lot of quality of life. I think we can just do that. Supreme Council. Okay, people kept suggesting this to me. I am at 100% political power and 0% general stratagems. So I am full bore going for political points. So there's nothing more I can do other than adding more BP.
Aye, aye, sir.
But even then, just to show off the full thought here, even then, we're already losing 74 BP to inefficiency. So we are already producing plenty of bureaucracy, like plenty. We have strong diminishing returns at this point. Foreign Affairs Council priorities. I don't think we need any more minor. I think they're dead, so we'll just take all majors. Okay, here. We refreshed our gun lately. We refreshed our mediums. We refreshed our lights. We did, you know what? I should probably pull some motorcycles. Yeah, we are up to 2E. I think I would rather go that route. So we've done Scout, Fighter, Close Air Support. Now I don't remember between you two. I can't open that. I don't remember between you two. I think you're heavier. You look heavier. I would want a bomber is what I would want. Hold on, have we finished cluster bombs? I don't want to have to remake my design. No. Okay, I'm not going to do that till we get cluster bombs. That is something high on the priority list, though. We could just design a medium helicopter, just whatever, just to get the next one unlocked. I don't think we have made an assault gun. That could be interesting. Buggies are up to date. Bazookas. Again, I don't think we have the tech we want. Yeah, I would want heavy guided RPGs before we did that. We have a flak. Have I done a quad? I don't think I've done a quad yet. Okay, so we'll do a quad. So we would do quad charge Gauss machine gun in heavy combat armor. There you go. I want him to be working so he's always getting more XP. A demagogue in Obario Ruins. I believe that's what the town we just took. So we need to give them a governor. We have Bryce here. Bryce, that mustache is making me nervous, friend. Who's kind of a dum-dum. All right, we're not huge fans of Bryce. All right, let's go do our Diplo. Andre, do you have a shadow diplomat? Yes, look at me. Okay, so we can't do the organized big ceremony. 90 is ridiculous. I just don't see how I'm supposed to get 90 political points saved up in current game balance. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just don't see that ever happening. So we're going to ask them to join us. +2 heart. We buttered them up with a few turns of tech. Please don't fail, because this is already going to be 51 points invested in just this action.
Roger that.
We formulated our offer the best we could. We rolled 160 versus 115. We convinced them. Hallelujah, builders. Hallelujah. Okay, so that was this little pimple. I'm very excited about that. Let's zone border. Boink. There we go. It's done. I'll even be crazy and move all my new alien friends, at least the ones that can still move, towards that front. Holy moly, there were a lot of them in here. In the early game, this would have absolutely destroyed me if these guys had attacked. Some of them must have already moved, is why I can't move all of them. Okay. Not the worst thing ever. What's our Aperic? It is 0. I don't know why that's been so low. I really feel like with the amount of BP we've been doing, it should be really high. Yeah, I have no idea why. Our ideal score is 37, and we have not done any. I guess it's our. Yeah, I don't know. -20 for necessary overhead, -23.2 for enforcement. Ideal is 0. Okay. Oh, with modifiers is 0. So I guess we're ideal? You can't see me shrugging, but I'm shrugging. Okay, we still need a governor. That means I would like to recruit somebody. A real talent.
Roger that.
All right, Cap 3, also kind of a dum-dum. Pretty good admin, though. Like, that's respectable. Also a creepy mustache. He was a farmer. All right, you're in. You have much better stats than the other guy. Okay, so a governor, Ingmar.
Roger that.
All right, but you're not truly Ingmar. None. Job. Governor. I did not want to hit none on that screen. Oops. I want relation, and I want natural relation. I like to keep these two open. These are pretty important stats. Job type. This is what I meant to do. None. Governor. Page 2 of governors. Reveal your true name. All right, do we have a chatter who's a member and does not have a character yet? If you are, please speak up. Okay, I don't see anyone recently. Okay, well, Bashir E. Franklin, you're in. Govern well, friend. All right. So about that, I need you to find this demigod and arrest him, or I need to convince him he's a fraud. 1d100 plus 37 versus 211. Let's actually just arrest him. We might actually be able to do that roll.
Roger that.
Success. Well, this is awkward. That's unusual. Plundering in a bingy. All right. Gray, interrogate plunderers. Critical failure. You killed the wrong guy. Nice job. Legendary courtesan in Bulwark. I believe you only get this event if you have a brothel. Just a little bit of trivia there for you. So I bet you we have a brothel over in Bulwark. No. Luxury brothel, yes. I know, you could try harder though, it's all right. Yeah, so yeah, just food for thought. Now this is actually not a horrible thing. It's gonna generate us a card. Our brothel in Bulwark has attracted an exotic courtesan from a faraway land. It's possible to rent her for specific assignments to leaders who need some motivation. What should we do? We will rent her services, please. That gives us a card under leaders. Where are you at? Yeah, right here. So, a legendary courtesan guaranteed to improve your relations for you. Give selected leader a relationship boost. And more emotional and more corrupt, the better. For fate points, true. Yeah, we haven't really looked at that lately. Did we ever play GR Infiltration? The answer is no. Yeah, let's get that up and running. That gives us a little bit more camouflage, basically. Cool. Depot, I would never. Who knows? Maybe I do need to play the 50 political point one. The card I hate. Okay, point disappointment wants to go up to size 3. Yeah, we'll do it. And again, as usual, Scraptown wants to go up for 20 points, and I don't have 20 points left. Ask me later. That is always so disappointing. Okay, rather than go town by town, we're going to use our construction view. Boomtown. Finished Barracks 2. Okay, so medium civ could be a little higher. Has the railhead. This was not the town I wanted. I think I want an air base here. Yeah, I think I do. If nothing else, we're gonna want to be able to have fighters stationed. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. It's too bad that building air bases didn't give you like a little minor amount of air logistics.
Copy that.
All right, get that air base in there. Point Disappointment built solar panel 3s, and we just upped this to a rank 3 town, so we should be able to do solar panel 3s. Okay, we did fill up on power. Let's go turn down our power plant some more. 605. Knock it. Oh. Yeah, that's not the power plant. Maybe if I selected the right building. Let's just drop it to 25. We'll see what that does. Breakthrough now. Thank you. I probably can't afford it already. Breakthrough now. Breakthrough now. I really wish I could sort these alphabetically or something. Shoot. Wasn't that a national card? Legendary speech, red tape, talent, antique shop, grease machine, passionate speech. If it's not there, zone card? Mining. That I forgot now. I can't find it. It was there. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay. Recruit, mission, talent, treasure, donation, military, legendary, efficiency, war crime, red tape. Antique, call, counter, grease, passion. Recruit, force, meritocracy, grand, call. Treasure, major. Oh, wow. Yeah, I never remember. I don't know. I feel like these should be at last, not these. It's only 5 points. We have 3 of these. I've been holding out on you guys.
Roger that.
Security tactics. That's the repeatable that increases quality of security. So it's okay. It's okay. Not what we were looking for, though. Remind me, we have 2 more of these in the future. Already played 2 turns. Look at this. Yeah, these turns start taking a long, long time. Hopefully that railhead that we built in the south will take care of those southern logistics. Would really appreciate it if that was the case. We took both of his towns, didn't we? So if he doesn't have one I didn't know about, he's done a Reno. I'm always so nervous now that when we're processing turns. All right, what are you gonna do, buddy? Oh, and hey, he finished off teal. Then there were 3. Have faith in beta. Yeah, I did have to upgrade to the beta branch to get it to run. Okay, he's fighting with the other green. Not really surprised. Okay, we held. That's pretty good. Are we gonna hold again? Wow, okay. We held off 2 attacks right there. If he doesn't have a town, he should start starving. Okay, I don't love that. Enjoy your 120 plus spies. I will, thank you. Man, it's gonna be so annoying when we go to war with him. We're gonna have so much frontage. Yeah, I really need to clean this up. All these guys could fill that in pretty easily. We killed 40 tanks and lost 20 motorized and 10 tanks. Bought a household blackmail archive, as you do. Found some extra water. Ancient weapon triggered. Quack doctors. Efficiency. Okay, high-tech industry. Good. I should probably get started at that at some point. Infiltration's not a bad one. Another breakthrough now. All right, militia commemorative plaque. Yes, here's 200 extra credits. Incident with Ozturk. Been a rather embarrassing incident. You should know about what I did. The Secret Service was arresting some man in a pub where I was having a drink. I questioned their actions, and one thing led to another and ensued in a brawl. Some of our enforcement officers got injured. The populace of Obarrio Ruins is angry, and there might be some unrest. All right. Just reverse your decision. Hope on the horizon. The populace is taking hope from my inspiring CEO. All right, we're gonna go cheap on this one, and we're just gonna say yes, help. 5 Virtus. Good, good. National budget. Confirmed. New advisor. Okay, we've been putting that off forever. No changes to the Economic Council. I can already just tell you I'm gonna... that. Zone decisions. Petition in Latharis Ruins. Yeah, they can petition you. Are we doing on that? Okay, we're still okay. Food theft in veins. All right, Zaxaries, interrogate the thieves. Killed the wrong guy. There we go. Walkout agitator. All right, Bashiri, you're up again. 1d100 plus 82 versus an average of 148. Or we just pay him off, I believe.
Roger that.
Success! I managed to find it and imprison the agitator. Dude, you better be careful. I think the rest of my council is going to take you on the balcony tour. You're putting them all to shame. Ancient weapon triggered in Popilania. Okay, we will help rush.
Affirmative.
Failure. We got 140 versus 149. Ouch. Quack doctors. Alright. Charlatans posing as doctors are treating loads of patients with disastrous results. There's some loss of life that could have been avoided, since in many cases no help would have been better than help from a quack. I am supervising weeding the quacks out. Full support. Failed. That's a lot of danger. Zone orders for the ruins. Okay, I need to go actually look at you. All right, what do we know? You literally are a furnace that has 10,000 people that live at it. Perfect. A furnace that's already out. Perfect. All right, well, I mean, I guess we go ahead and start with the worker apartment. And I guess we also sealed road. Let's do it from here. Okay. Little sketchy there, but it is what it is. Hey, we were able to supply that guy. Nice. Right, and that idiot ran through there. Come back to that. You. Can we kill this?
Engage the enemy.
Frostpunk 2.0. Wrong planet type. That'd be a Boreas planet. He is cutting my road, but only kind of, sorta. Alright, it's not the end of the world. Okay, you belong over there. Okay, you, can you just kill that?
Engage the enemy. Here's this. Where's Lycus?
Lost Dinkus indeed. Okay, swing up that way. Sure. Those guys have some decent movement. It's gonna be a pretty brutal fight out here in the wasteland, I have a feeling. Because, yeah, most of my troops are not gonna be able to go out there. You concentrate on getting him killed. All quiet on the front. We're not getting supplies up there, which is not a surprise to me in the slightest. You know what? It's not even worth it. I'm just going to pull back. We're going to make a line over here. Not even worth fighting with that. What am I doing here? I didn't even finish my orders. Got too distracted. We went to look at the city. Okay, we have tons of money coming in. Let's fund them 100. National salary of 5. Food, regular zone. Let's be incredibly sad because I want to change their name. We're going to call you South Ruins. Very creative, I know. 100. 5 worker salary. Allow regular
Roger
go.
that.
By the way, I saw in the beta branch today's patch, there's a law that got changed where it gives you 100% bonus on private investment. So that 100 I'm doing would be 200 if we had that law. All right, new advisor. Let's try to actually do this. So I want to recruit an elder. Where are you at, elder? Talent, merc. You gotta be kidding me. I'm out of elders in my time of need. Military, junior, senior. Here we are.
Roger that.
All right, don't suck. Okay, you kind of suck. You hate autocracy. And it's fine. Has improvisation and has Sixth Sense. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, then... Oh goodness, I need to get her in here though. All right, we're looking for Victoria Betelgeuse.
Roger that.
Victoria, oh, we got it in 1. How incredibly lucky there. Okay, who is my governor in Black Market? Because you seem to need some help. You seem to be struggling more than anybody else. Well, maybe not. You're down to 1. What about Bulwark? Also not the worst. That's pretty spicy. That's incredibly spicy. All right, let's get Rush some help here. So we'll go to leader, advisor, Victoria, call, attach. This is to Rush with 2 R's. Rush with 2 R's, attach. There we go. Governing is hard. Well, Bashiri can do it. What's everyone else's excuse? When you did an island planet game, I'm getting wrecked by the Maritime Trade House not wanting to do transports. Yep. What is their attitude? Are they money grubbers or greedy or something of the like? Because that will affect your price. If you can ally with them, that will also lower their price. I just did an Oceania series and it was rough. It was rough. I won't say I didn't enjoy the game, and I learned a ton actually, but I also learned I just don't enjoy Oceania as it currently is. And the transport contracts are like 40% of that. Okay, I didn't move everybody because I got too excited and started moving tokens around. We should be over here. All right, you are deploying to this front. No, you were supposed to deal with this. Shoot. Okay. He held and he actually pushed me around a little bit. I don't like that. Okay, let's prod those first. That's right. We did not take both towns. We took 1 town, and then I got cheated. All right, give me another scout.
Engage the enemy.
Hey, Dim Bones, man. How's it going, man?
Abort.
Ah, war never changes. All right, reds go in here.
Engage the enemy.
Mission successful.
Okay, now I want to be a little bit careful how I do this. I want these grays to come that way. Yeah. And these guys to come down. I guess this yellow can stay here. I want to use him. I don't want to have him just run off. Okay, let's get the Air Force. Oh, Y for scouting in here. Send everybody.
Birds are in the sky. Returning to base, sir.
Perfect. Man, maybe I should just move my artillery over here. If we don't take it this turn, I think I'm going to reposition my artillery. All right, again, major offensive with the armor. $38-1. So you're saying there's a chance.
All clear, sir.
There we go. There we go. Gotta be careful I don't let this guy out. Things are getting really mixed up down here too, aren't they? Okay, so there's a distinct chance. Oh no, I was gonna say he's out of towns, but he definitely has one right here. Okay, we have 11 points left. What if we put a spy or two in here? 7 points, we could get a master spy ring for 12 spies. That seems like a decent deal.
Understood.
Rolled 200. He should be running out of ammo and stuff. He should. This looks to be like it used to be a mine, so I doubt there's that much here. But who knows? It's the AI. They might have something crazy. Oh, speaking of. Yep, she's got a town right here that Brown's in the middle of taking. Well, so much for Brown not being over here. That sucks, because I kind of was thinking I was going to get all that for free. Womp womp. I'm playing as fast as I can, Dim Bones, man. You know, it's kind of a weird, bizarro day for me today. For whatever reason, normally, people are, if not nice, the comments are at least neutral, or, I don't know, maybe they come off a little harsh, but it's fine. You know, internet, not first language, etc., etc. But I had, like, several kind of rude comments, which is pretty unusual. And then at work, I had like an exceptionally nice email. Like I did something for somebody, and like they sent an email to my boss and my whole department, like really like super complimentary, which was nice, very nice of them. They didn't have to do that. I was just doing what I'm supposed to do. But it's like total bizarro world, because usually it's the opposite. Usually people that on my channel are really nice on YouTube, and it's work that have people that are all grumpy. So it was very strange today. Very strange today. Looking out for Truck Coon or something, I suppose. Okay, I think it is what it is here. We are still not getting the supplies we want. All right, let's drive our artillery out of here. This thing too. Shoot, I totally forgot about you yet again. Okay, I need to do something about that. I can't just keep ignoring that. Let's go independent. We'll just get ourselves a little buggy here. Yep, one little set of buggies. Right there. All right, now I'm infinitely less worried about that. It's the internet. You can't take it too seriously. Well, like I said, normally I mean, I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I've only had a couple bad comments. So it's really unusual to have like several in the same day. It's very strange, and like on really old videos too. So it wasn't even like it was necessarily just the recent stuff. Just asking. Yeah, I know, Dimpos, man. We were joking earlier that we finished turn 1 in only 40 minutes tonight. It was a rapid fire play. Any percentage 1 turn Shadow Empire. Post that over on Speedrun Records or whatever it's called. Okay, yeah, I still didn't do anything about this. Well, that's definitely something I need to pull back from. Any chance you can strat move? Of course not. Oh, we have all these guns just slowly waddling down. Alright, I will move that there. Alright, I want you guys to get out of here. You're not helping the situation. Go get your ammo with the better logistics over there. Okay. How are we doing? We're not starving, right? We're just not getting everything we want. Yeah, we're okay. We are supplied. We're just not getting everything requested. And we're not getting reinforcements. That's the main thing. Okay, let's get a couple spares here. Some more light armor. Some more normal. Okay, that's a little worrisome. Although I suppose those weren't necessarily all Drake or Dragon 3s that died. Got machine gun. We lost some RPGs. I really need to get that better tech. Those are so garbage. Oops. Double whoops. Buggies. Okay, everything else is done. Okay, we're out of political points. I did my moves. Construction. Oh boy. All right, Rock Fort. Solar panel 3s are done. Okay, we are still losing a little bit of power, so I'm going to continue my crusade of upgrading solar panels. Lakeview has a metal mining facility 3. Okay, makes sense. Scaven doesn't have much else around. Also could build more solar panels. Yep, do it. Bingi finished their uni. Finished uni for some reason. Okay, so we need entertainment and we need health. We'll do health first.
Yes, sir.
Upgrade your arty. I will, but I cannot do it down here. We need to be somewhere where we have better logistics, or we'll just never get the pieces. Boomtown got their airbase 1. Okay, that's easy. Next is airbase 2. This method's growing on me. If I'm playing single player, I would just go city by city like I normally do. But for stream, this is actually really helpful. I think this is a lot faster than me dinking around. Okay, truck station 2 is good. You guys are still having problems, and you really shouldn't. Maybe it was just bad luck on the events. Maybe it was just bad luck. We're not really growing, and we need to get up to another level. Airbase could be useful here. I'm not going to be able to build a lot of these things. Oh, you don't have solar panels either. Social housing, maybe, because I really would like this to grow. Could build an airbase. I think we're kind of covered here. All right, let's do the solar panels. Black market. Okay, West Ruins. Apparently finished an airbase and a university, so apparently I was getting a little cheeky over here. All right, if that's the case, they seem to have been able to handle it. So we need more quality of life. We'll do hospital. And if they can do it that time, maybe we can do it this turn. Let's get that airbase. I need airbase 3. That is the goal here before war pops off. So we can build some close air support. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that was West Ruin. Amalgam. Okay, got their rail. That's right. Shoot. We needed to run rail from here. Or there. Okay, this would cost me 732 metal. If we come from here, 732 metal. Okay. If I went this way, though, tiny bit more maybe, but then we could also hook in there. I think I'll do that instead. Okay. I'm gonna want rail down here, but I'm not gonna do it yet. Okay, you're not gonna have anything queued. You're still not gonna have anything queued because I just captured you. Okay, so we finished the railhead. So Metal Mine Apartments Truck Station. This, having a bigger truck station might be worthwhile, but we also can supply from here. Who already does have a truck station too. All right, I don't think we need more logistics. So I think we might just need to let them grow a little bit. To let them grow, I would want some civ points. That means barracks. Okay, Rock Fort, finished solar panel 4s. We're up to 5s. Oh, because we're done looking at what we need. Yeah, that's a good system. I don't know, maybe that's a little boring for you guys, but I feel like we get through the building phase much quicker. And we can keep the turns rolling here. Look at that, 3 turns. Averaging about half an hour a turn. Yeah, going back to the complaints, it always does kind of baffle my mind. Like, you know, I leave comments on other people's videos, usually on my personal account, not on this account. And, you know, sometimes I have a criticism, but I'd like to at least think that I put it as a constructive criticism. Hey, did you know about this? Have you tried that? I think you could have done this better. I'd like to at least think that, you know, a basic level of civility. It boggles my mind when somebody has made multiple comments on different videos that are just like totally just being a jerk. Like, it's not even like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Just like, oh, this is stupid, or, you know, whatever the comment was. And it's like, my brother, there are 7 billion people on this planet. Why would I want to deal with you? Like, seriously. Like, I know people around you have to deal with you, but why would I want to deal with you? You bring literally nothing to this conversation. It's very weird. I guess it's, was it Mike Tyson who said people got really comfortable saying things online that would get them punched in the face? Never read but here's the thing. 99.99% of my comments are great. Like I said, they don't have to be nice necessarily. I'm perfectly open to critique, like, you know, 1% better every day, right? But just don't be rude about it. That's the thing. Don't engage. Yeah, I don't. I don't. Most of the time, I just ask for a clarifying question, but if you're a repeat offender, well, it's not going to deal with you. A game that makes you think ahead of your moves is great. That's why I was thinking the game reminds me. Oh, I gotcha. Reminded you of Distant Worlds 2. Oh yeah, totally. I tried to get into that twice, and I just couldn't do it. I really enjoyed Distant Worlds 1. I love their logistics system because I like physical logistics in games. But for whatever reason, 2 just felt really hollow. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the launch was so bad. Maybe it's better now. I tried to get into it again not too long ago. But my problem last time was I really wanted to play the Ape Guys, and that was a DLC. And I'm like, I'm not going to buy a DLC for a game I didn't enjoy. If I have to buy a DLC for your game to be enjoyable, it's not a good game. So I just bounced off of it a second time. Callie says, I merely offend with bad puns. Dad jokes is a curse. I know. Hey, did you answer my question on Discord, Callie? How long did it take you to get your victory? I'm curious. Because I feel like I am a long ways away from victory in Spin Mortality. And I'm like 4 hours in, I think. All right, we killed 1,550 tanks, and we lost 600 infantry, 10 guns, and 40 motorized. Ow, weech. It's quite a turn there. Household accountants. Metal deposits and bulwark. Waste disposal accident. Time of efficiency. Hey, happy old Jake. Jake the Conqueror riding his tank to victory. Finished our quad MG. Here's another model. I've never actually got much use out of these, but in theory, I really like this vehicle as a mobile anti-air platform. In theory, I really like this. I don't know. I've never actually had it do much because the AI is usually not good enough with air. Mission Impossible. Okay, nothing too spicy there. Okay, Hope on the Horizon. We will help. Oratory plus 30. Failed. Womp, womp, womp. It's kind of amazing how like solid our profile has been. Like, really, I'm actually surprised. I was trying to raise heart and I'm kind of failing. Hope on the Horizon will help again. Secret Service, no changes. Model design. Waiting for cluster bombs. I guess let's do a mechanized quad. All right. Probably will not end up using it, but never know. Never know. Okay, so been a long time since I looked at one of these. So we have a quad charged Gauss machine gun, and we can put that on 100mm plating. So this is like an APC basically, but with a quad instead of a single. These make them pretty good at shooting at low altitude planes, if anyone didn't catch that. We do need a heavy diesel for it, but that's okay. All right, I mean, I don't hate this. Low air attack low is what those are. I could not attack high. High are like strap bombers. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. Yes, from there, make a new one. Go. So true, but some people aren't cultured. Yeah, I do try to remind myself of that. Every once in a while there's a comment. Like I said, I don't mind if people come off as gruff or whatever, because a lot of times English isn't their first language necessarily, and it just translates harshly. I usually try to kill with kindness, and that's been pretty successful for me. Usually if you just respond, kindly to whatever they're saying, they usually apologize for their rudeness. A couple or 3 hours max? Holy moly. Was it one of those honeypot emails, Callie? Is that the victory you got, basically? Just out of curiosity. Not looking for too big of spoilers. Yeah, it looks like something you would put on your tank divisions. Yeah, I could see that. That could be kind of interesting. Or mix them in with some APCs, just as some anti-air. Have I played Sins of a Solar Empire 2? I have not. I played Sins of a Solar Empire 1 super duper heavy. Me and a friend did a lot of like I don't remember if it was actual ranked, but like we were playing multiplayer competitively very seriously, and then the devs completely screwed up the rocket ship balance, and we were so mad we both rage quit and never played again. That's how that went. Breakthrough now. The quad reminds me of the Soviet Zisu-23-4s. Except for me, never apologize. Yeah, the reporter, okay. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, I did accidentally open up the achievements at one point. I saw a character's name, but I didn't know where it came from. Okay, create a custom formation. We do want to do this. This is what I've been saving points up for all game. How many points do we have? Does it tell me here? 2,181. So if I want to add Yeah, look at that. This is going to eat up almost all my points I've saved up. So I want the MG Infantry 2. Right now, this is our normal machine gun unit that I added 2 groups of RPGs to. So I'm going to add, and I want 2 groups of man-pads. Although, you know what? Maybe we just go 1. Man-pads are pretty... I don't even know if they get an attack against the ground. 2 might be an awful lot of manpower. Let's do 1. And if we like it, we can adjust next time. And I'm not going to rename it. We just know that we want to go up to size 3 if that's our wish.
Yes, sir.
All right. If we get there, I'm going to save up all my customization points to add mechs to our units. That'll be our next one. Yeah, I don't know about that. 2 maybe would be the right number, but I feel like that's an awful lot of manpower. Because remember, that's going to be 200 men in every single machine gun unit I have on the map. That's not a small number. All right, minor worker strike in Papiania. All right, we will give in to some demands. A major strike in Veins. Okay, what's going on in Veins? Like, you should have settled by now. I have questions. Veins. All the way over here. Okay, you finally got your apartments. Okay, I guess maybe you shouldn't have settled if you're literally just getting that up and running. Okay, all right, fine, I suppose. Are you guys like super cranky? You are super cranky. Okay, we need to work on Veins a little this turn. Who's governor? Zaxxeries? A little emotional, not corrupt, likes honor. Okay. Meritocracy, enforcement, and heart. Happy enough. Competent enough. All right. Yeah, okay. Not your fault. We gave you a hard assignment. Okay, so we will give in to some demands. Protests against high income tax in Fab 2. Okay, let's calm them down by talking to them. Pretty good chance we can do this. This is Abby.
Yes, sir.
Critical success. Good job, Abby. Waste disposal accident in Boomtown. Full support. Critical success. Good job. Vinicus Haas. New governor for Bishil. Okay. Let me come back to that. They are blackmailing. I'm in not as good a position as he is, but I'm not in a bad position. I think we tell him where to stick it. Although that's gonna really hurt my meritocracy. I think it's time. Put a sock in it.
Roger that.
We'll see. He chickened out last time. Okay, I need a governor.
Roger that.
Cap 3, good intelligence. War's a little low, but that's not misery. What were you? A rogue. Yeah, by the way, I'm noticing that we're getting careers again, so I wonder if that was something that got fixed in open beta. For some reason, we were not getting people that had careers before. Maybe that was the junior card. All right, that's fine. New guy's fine.
Understood.
Rico. Okay, but your name's not actually Rico. Reveal your true name. You are... Let's see, we have a Cali, we have a Slice, we have a Rush, we have a Sesbio, we have a Union. Okay, Casey. Do we have a Casey? We're at the point where I cannot remember. Do we have anyone else that I see? Kumalex, you're in because I definitely know I don't have one of you. And Casey, if you don't have somebody, you're on deck. All right, match Kumalex. All right, Kumalex, do us proud as governor. All right, Veins, we need to do something here. This is gonna be a problem. So let's just see if we can fix this via card. Look at your governor could work. Militancy, yeah. Okay, worker privilege. Okay, a popular rally. That would help quite a bit. They also wouldn't be bad off with a zoo. All right, we'll give you a zoo. Then we'll do a popular rally. Population happiness plus 13, loyalty plus 8. Okay, that was the only one we had. Do I want to make my workers happy? Maybe. Do we have a look at your governor? Yeah. So this is only 1 point. That's why, like, this is so cheap. Okay, so what do you do? Difficulty is based blah blah. It's an oratory skill roll. Increase happiness and loyalty by 5d10. So minimum would be 5, maximum would be 50. Higher if you have a higher suitability and capability. All right, let's try this. Slice, go be a hype man. See if we can fix this.
Roger that.
Rolled 154. Success. Increased loyalty, pop, and worker happiness by 12. Man, for 1 point. For 1 political point. I think we might just play more than one. All right. But what about a sequel?
Roger that.
Only plus 4. Because we got a subpar success. All right. This is better, though. This is much, much, much better. And we just got a bunch of loyalty. So that'll help a ton to mitigate what's going on here. Okay. We finished the apartments. Did I not queue up? I guess I didn't queue up a building. Okay, we're not to that point of the turn yet. I'll wait. Okay, we have 6 points left. I think I'm gonna drop another unit up here. I'm a little concerned if this pops off. I don't quite have enough here. All I would want is an OHQ of machine guns. I could do that. Can I get my MG3s? I could. All right, let's get in the cream of the crop here. Let's not use replenishment forces. There we go. What an ugly color. Sure. We'll just thread them through here. I'm just kind of concerned that they're going to zip in here. This is kind of an important spot for me. I'll feel a lot better with those guys there. Okay, and let me fix chat. Has anyone gotten Shadow Empire to work on Mac? Can't say. I'm a PC, Windows, sadly, person. Okay, Casey, you are on deck then. Thank you. The free tech one? I can't afford it. It's 5 points. I am just so ridiculously low on political points. I never can have enough. I feel like in Republica, I'm always desperate for more. Okay, here. Air. No, let's just prod them. How close to victory? We can double check. We started the night 7.7 points behind. We need to be 25 up to win. Let's see, where are we at? We want overview, victory. We are 7.2 behind. So we are slowly catching up, kind of, sort of. There's not a lot of points on the field though, so every point I take off of him is a 2-point swing, because he'll go down one, I'll go up one. So it'll be a little faster than it kind of looks. I'm kind of hoping that we're gonna finish by Sunday. Maybe we'll see. At some point we'll be able to play kind of fast, because I'll just ignore our cities and we'll just do the last couple turns and finish relatively quick. I won't have to put so much thought into it. Okay, again. Boy, you really want a lot of assets. All right.
Send in the cavalry.
They killed a medium.
Yes.
It was a random dude that did it too. All right, but 'tis done. All right, now we know that there's another town down here, so we just need to keep pushing, basically. Let's go for some surrounds, etc., etc. Boy, this has gotten all kinds of mixed up, hasn't it? Now, we're also going to need a unit here. Raise formation, independent, machine gun, raise. That's not a full unit, so we'll have to remember to reinforce that. I'll plunk him in there for now. And these reds. Okay, if we attack here, that should push him up if we win. Okay, the ablative infantry doing their job, thank you. Alright, now we have a nice little surround there. Sure, let's prod them first. Buggies are much cheaper than other things I'm losing. You might need a second tank. We had first tank, but what about second?
Going in.
Okay, I mean, it's fine. We're fighting a lot of entrenched dudes, so, held. So yeah, it's just gonna be slow. Alright, I think we're done with this unit. This is some RPGs we built a bajillion years ago, and frankly, they've never done anything. If I'm being honest. Okay, so let's scrap.
Roger.
Let's scrap.
Roger.
They can go back into the pool as dudes and find another job. Okie dokie. Okay, I also see while I'm here, we can get that sealed road built now. Also... What? Okay, who? Declare war. Okay, wait a second. Who is this? Dinhoshland. Okay, so that was the teal guy. How the heck did he get to... Has he had this the whole time and I literally just forgot? 1d10... I cannot take a 1d10 happiness hit. Alright. He's not gonna invade. I don't think there's a unit in there. I will air scout that. In fact, I will air scout that. I'm not allowed to air scout that. Alright, do it here, and I'm gonna have to spend a lot of resources. I want to make sure there's nothing in there. Well, we can see into here, but we can't see into the mountains. It's gonna be fine, right? Right? It's gonna be fine. Don't even worry about it. Why would you guys think there's a unit in there that's gonna come out and cut my logistics? That'd be crazy. Never gonna happen. Okay, also, when this war pops off, I really would like to slice this hard and fast. Maybe we can get a tank unit like right here to zip on in there, because this is a lot of frontage that I don't need. I very much would like to do that. Okay, one of you can go down there. Okay, we're starting to get some supplies. That's good. Move. There. Okay, the guns are slowly waddling closer. Can I strap move you? Nope. Ever so slowly. One turn left on apartments. Let's send them... Nope, not Rays. Let's send them the colonists. I don't have the logistics. Hi. All right, let's continue moving over. You guys. I think I'm actually going to send these guys to this gap. So we have a little bit more marching to do there. Very concerning, very concerning. Not getting enough stuff here. Not surprised. Might be somebody there. Okay, let's just chill. Okay, and you... Right. Alright, we'll finish you soon. Alright, over here, I'm mostly just interested in taking the land. If we see something interesting, we can gas station out here. I don't have enough points to do it this turn, though. I mean, if nothing else, we're getting a lot of land grab, that's for sure. All right, and get his droopy finished off. And over here, I was basically just gonna build up a line like somewhere in this neighborhood. And when the war pops off, we'll have things to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah, I don't love what I'm seeing over here. I'll say that. Rail. Were you getting rail? You're trying. All right, let's just do it while I can afford it. Go. Okay, and then here... I mean, somewhere in this neighborhood would be very doable. Just plunk it down here, maybe, just on top of the asset. We have some metal over here, so somewhere in this neighborhood, maybe, just so we can mine that. I don't hate that. Also, what the heck's up with the zone here? Let's expand that. Yeah, you're in charge of a lot more than you thought you were in charge of. And then kind of whatever. Not gonna matter. Okay, I think that's everybody. Near the lake, though. I remember I had a militia unit by the lake. You. Oh, can I strat move you? Yes, I can. Where are we strat moving you? No idea. You know what? Actually, big idea. We'll send you to Vans. Let's get a bigger garrison there briefly. And then we got all these aliens that are going to be really annoying. We'll bring you all the way over to there. All right, hop in the back of my truck. Hitchhiking is allowed on this freeway. Oh my goodness, there were so many of them. Okay, the rest of them are not on a road, so I can't do the strap move. All right, so get on the road, please. All right, we'll finish this up next turn. All right, that's fine. VidCon station. Okay, let's not do that. Let's do it proper way. All right, construction. Only 3. First Forge finished the Uni 2. That's going to be education points. Next lowest is going to be health. Hospital 2. I want to get this up because we are not growing, and I really want to be able to go ahead and raise this level again. Bab 2 did an oil drill 3. Now, this is a spot I wanted more industry. We're already built. Yeah, we've already built it. All right, we're still losing oil. Let's raise another oil asset over here.
Yes, sir.
We're pretty thirsty for that, it turns out. Okay, and then Veins finish their worker apartment. That'll be very helpful. They have a little of everything except for security, actually. So as soon as we get the barracks up, that'll already be an improvement. And we did a bunch of happiness stuff, so hopefully that'll get them on the right track. Okay, and let's roll that. Not bad, not bad. People got quiet all of a sudden. I'm always so worried. I'm like, oh, I didn't disconnect, did I? Let's double check. You guys are making me nervous. Nope. We're cool. We're cool. Just everyone's falling to sleep. Those dulcet babble tones. All right, enemy, what you got? No distractions between turns. Hey, Wolf Commando. Hello, still rather behind in the videos, though I have bought the game now and I'm enjoying it very well. I'm having an issue right now upgrading units, though. What's your question? I might be able to answer it for you, Wolf. Upgrading units can be kind of a tricky thing to do depending on what type of unit you're doing. You have to do it a little differently. If you have a direct example. Lots of shuffling. I'm actually surprised how little we're actually seeing for 126 spies. Interesting that he's doing the exact same thing that I do with the picket. AI is learning. Boy, we were gonna have so many horrendous fights down here. I did have a comment on one of my videos. Someone was asking, at the beginning of the series, they thought that I should have cranked up the recruitment in the capital. So this would be like episode 1 or 2. So we had our capital and we had like one zone to the south and it was like super threatened. They thought I should really crank up my recruitment to get more troops out. But my counter argument was, it's not just the number of troops, and generally that is a holdup, but you have to remember in the early game, you're broke. Every set of troops you recruit means you have to pay them. And that can be hard in the early game. And you have to feed them. And you have to make them ammo. And between those three things, I tend to find that if you try to surge too fast, you actually just can't afford anything and you're just weaker for it. So I play a little turtley. I do recognize that. But in my mind, I'd rather slow roll it, get like a good unit model out, get some supplies built up, get my finances less sucky, and then push out. So that was just my thought process on those. Killed 300. Got the fuel deposits, another ancient weapon, minor treasure, secret service, buy loyalty. My power is money. Or blitzkrieg. Oh yeah, somebody also said I should play my counter intel card. That's not a bad idea. No distinction between turns. Upgrade infantry base model types beforehand. If you're asking about that, it depends. Sometimes you start with something usable enough. I find that going up to the automatic rifles is really hard in the early game if you don't have your ammo factory. So just going up to carbines if you have a bad model, or gas powered rounds if you have a good model. The free tech. We'll see if we can afford it, man. It's 5 points. I keep not being able to afford it, unfortunately. Okay, we are almost at the 2-hour mark, and I have not got my tea, and I'm starting to feel it. I'm going to answer Wolf's question, and then we'll take a break here. My units seem to really have enough supply to upgrade. I've tried upgrading around West model. Okay, so if it's supply, what your problem is logistics. So if you go to current points, so I'm on the second tab here on the right, current points, this shows you what you have available. For me, I had the same problem in this game. When I was doing my big upgrades, some of these models that were a little bit further out from the road, I didn't have these like side roads put in, were not upgrading, and I just could not do it. So I had to bring them back towards my road, and that was enough for them. But sometimes it can be even worse than that. Like if I was trying to upgrade units, like where we were having all those problems here, see how I don't even have supply in some of these squares? I've just literally used it all up. If I was trying to upgrade units down here or even get reinforcements, which I'm still having problems with, it just wouldn't happen. Even though I have the IP, even though I have the metal, you just can't ship it out. One thing you can do, sometimes this is better, sometimes it's not. Have you gone into your model design and the quality, and you can come in here and do regular and then low tier, and then build yourself some at your HQ as reinforcements. And then as people die, your upgraded reinforcements will be shipped in as the reinforcement. Be careful though, if you obsolete something that's in the field, it will yank them out and they'll have to be shipped back with your logistics. So don't, for me, I don't obsolete things in the field, at least not on purpose. Very, very rarely. I always upgrade in the field or I make my upgrades via reinforcements. Current points show there should be enough. It's got to be a logistics problem if you're trying to get them to ship out from the capital. If you're doing like this unit here, if I wanted to change them, unit admin, I would want to upgrade you. So if I wanted to change to like my MG3, I don't even dare click this, but if I did, that would be a lot, because remember, when you upgrade this way, sometimes you're shipping stuff back too. They still won't. So if you go, what about going this route? Instead of using that screen, have you tried clicking on an individual unit card like this? And then you can do upgrade and just get the one dude. Because like if I do I really can't do it to these guys, but if I did mass upgrade all SHQ and I just turn this up, this would be 1,439, and it'll say you can do it and you can click the button, but then on the next screen, it will tell you how many actually worked. And so if it's a logistics problem, that's usually where I see that. That's how I diagnose that one. Supply for it, moving them around doesn't seem to help. The current point, and these are infantry that we're talking about, right? Not vehicles or something. For vehicles, you'd have to send them back. I would do that via the management screen way if I wanted to do those, and you'll scrap the old models. All right, if you have more info, go ahead and keep typing. I'm gonna take my 5-minute break for tea, and I'll come back to your question if that didn't help. Okay, as always, don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying it. The series is kind of winding down, so those likes really help to tell YouTube, hey, cool people that have good taste in games like me might like Babel's channel. So that is very helpful, and that's why we see some new faces around here. So thank you to those who take that second and hit the thumbs up. I know it's a dumb thing, I know everyone says it, but it really does help. Beyond that, if you're not subscribed, hope I've earned your subscription. We are rapidly barreling towards 8K, which is a great stepping stone for the goal of 10K here on the 3-year channel anniversary coming up in the end of November. So glad to see some new people in there. All right, guys, I'm going to throw you on the BRB. If you are not blocking ads, you may see an ad, and I appreciate the pennies if you do. All right, I will be right back. All right, hopefully everyone had a good break there. Yeah, so using mid-core logistics, the only other thing I can think about is just make sure when you're on the upgrade screen that you have, let me not do it that way, that you have selected the, I'm very worried I'm gonna click the wrong thing there, that you selected the thing you're upgrading to down here. Sometimes I forget to do that. So like I want to do like all this OHQ and then I want all of them, and you have to make sure you click the right one down here. There's not really an indication. It changes right there. It's the only other thing I can think of. You're close. Shipping them back shouldn't matter unless you used up all the logistics, because it's not a readiness thing. It's the only other thing I could think of, because sometimes I come in here and I do the same thing. I'm like, why won't you upgrade? And I'm like, oh, I didn't click on the model type. That's the only thing else I can think of. Yeah, my apologies if that's not the solution there. I do have a channel for Shadow Empires on the Discord. You're welcome to post screenshots in there. Maybe somebody could catch what the point that's the holding up is. Okay. Back to our events. Rush wants to organize a party. I mean, I'm okay with that. People don't seem too cranky about it. Sure, have a party. Model design. Shift that there. Actually, you know what? Well, yeah, let's get some more discovery.
Affirmative.
We're already saturating things so badly. A demigod in Bishil. All right, this is Kumalex. All right, Kumalex. 230. Okay, you're not gonna be able to make that roll. Let's try to find and arrest him.
Understood.
Success. Good job. Also, when we said no to that blackmail, man, we took a big hit to our meritocracy. Riots in Popiania. All right, try to calm them down. We're not going to be able to make that roll. Give them some credits. That would actually change our profile. I can't do that. All right, calm them down. Critical failure. Sabotage in a bingy. Who's doing it?
Yes, sir.
Critical failure. Perfect, perfect. Ancient weapon triggered in a bingy. Man, you guys are just all kinds of trouble.
Yes, sir.
Failure. Wow, really? Really? You rolled a 49. Gray, you let us down. City upgrade of Trophy Town. All right. I'm going to say yes to that one. That one's nice and safe, and I might want some more industry there. Okay, Bishil. First of all, that's a dumb name. Where are you located? You're this one. Let's call them... not Bishil. You're Victory Hill. Victory Hill. And... I'm doing absolutely fine money-wise, so we will give them a decent amount of funding. Up to our national salary. Done and done.
Understood.
New commander for the 30th. Okay, we've had Bryce here waiting in the wings forever. Bryce, you're in. OHQ. Why is Bryce not at the end? There you are, Bryce. Rename. All right, this is going to be Match Casey. All right, Casey, do be proud. You have the first MG3 group deployed. Okay, and before I forget, I wanted to play something. What was it? Oh, the breakthrough. The breakthrough.
Roger that.
Resonant scanner. I'm pretty sure that is applied science prospecting. Kind of how I feel about that. Okay, we did have one group that was complaining about our high income tax. Do I have a lower taxes card? I know. We may play that. Our other tax is funding us so well, I probably could lower income taxes and not really feel it. Next time the tax policies come up, I should turn that back on and see if I can draw a card. 18 points left. Maybe we can just sit on that for once. Buy off unrest. We do have a weed them out and we do have a counter intel. Okay, let's play the counter intel. It's only 2 points. These are just so dirt cheap. Sir, we managed to deploy 6 counterintelligence officers. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do some in the capital.
Understood.
Managed to deploy 9 counter operatives. Okay, I think I'll just hold on to that. Trying to get all 12K at once. Let's rage. Oh, that's true, Dim Bones, man. Just to double check, you also double checked you don't have a bottleneck going on. Second tab bottlenecks. That could be it. That it's all just been claimed. Actually, mine's looking really good. Hooray for rails, eh? That's unusual for me. Normally, we always have a bottleneck in my capital. Okay, those were our events. We have a new MG unit in the north that needs to be deployed. You. Okay, so we're gonna start there. Yeah, something like this. So there, and there. Okay, we'll go up there. Yeah, I feel a little bit better about that, having some extra units here. I'm driving, watching again. Oh, man. Ever so careful, Droog. Okay, and I don't need somebody to babysit that. That's fine, TM. Just deploy you, I don't know, here. Okay, the artillery. Come on into here for now. Oh man, this is such a cluster. I'm glad those guns arrived. I don't like that. You say you'd win. All right, prove it. No, okay, I mean, you did win. That was a true statement. I think we're just gonna sit where we're at. I very much dislike how they're kind of like working their surround on me here. What do we have? We have multiple. Yeah, you guys can totally do this. Yeah, just do it. We're fighting in the woods, so it's not good for either one of us. Roslinkus indeed. All right, that feels better. All right, you gotta go.
Open fire. Abort.
Artie can be really hard to move around. We'll see what the logistics are looking like here. Current points, maybe. All right, how many would we need to do? So we have 50 per group, so I need 150 Hope 3s. I need, where are you? Artillery, Hope 3s. All right, we'll produce those. All right, I'm gonna do the obsolete shipping that I talked about a second ago. Where's my artillery? All right, so Hope 3s are gonna be regular. Hope 2s, I'm just gonna obsolete them. You can just yank them out. And well, that'll probably take them a couple turns to get that accomplished. All right, any chance we can take this? Actually, we should take that first and get this around. The answer is apparently no.
Back up.
No, we can't. All right. How about here?
Bring in the tanks. Get out.
Man, these dug-in infantry are going to be a pain. They are going to be a pain. All right, we can blow up a single truck though, right? Right? We wouldn't have trouble with that, would we, guys? All right, and you kind of awkwardly shuffling down the middle. I guess that's fine for now. Oh, no, it's not, because I wasn't... Ooh, shoot. All right, it's easy. Just kill him. It'll be fine.
Going in.
I totally missed that there was still a guy back there.
Negative to breach.
I don't love that. Okay, he is pulling back here ever so slowly. Let's get that tank destroyer into town. I move those. Okay, you heading towards this spot. Remove. There we go. Oh, you found it. Okay, so what was the solution? Was it the bottleneck? Roughly 2,000 supply left. Did not check the bottlenecks. Nice. Okay, so it was a bottleneck issue. Good to know. You know, that catches me all the time too. It's hard to diagnose because there's not a lot of feedback. Like I said, I did multiple rounds trying to do these machine guns, and I could not figure out why it wasn't happening. And the solution for me was literally I just had to walk closer to the road. Nice. Okay, well, hey, there you go. We're all 1% smarter. I love it. If I had nothing left to learn about a game, I would probably be bored with that game. That's the way I view it. Even after doing literal thousands of hours of Dominion 6, I still consider myself a novice. Just for reference. Okay, I'm a little concerned about this. You know what? Is there any chance we could get just another independent buggy? Speaking of logistics, probably no. Okay, yes, over here. Buggy. Yes. Yeah. That was not what I wanted to do. Buggy, next turn, you're gonna go deal with that. Okay, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, apparently, because I'm not gonna be able to do that. We're still not getting... Yeah, I'm really struggling down here. Try to go into town, maybe. Yeah, so you can see we're, like, never gonna get a tank down here. What is that? That was that unit. You little bugger. Alright, same thing. Get that guy cornered. All kinds of little junk in here, isn't there? Okay, let's get the surround. Yeah, no mercy. These should not be that hard. These are like beginning of game units that are out here, so these should not pose much of a problem, he said confidently. Oh, we got all those aliens to move too. Group strat move, win group strat move. Hello, who are you? What are you doing here? Oh, okay, some aliens. All right, we'll bring our buggies over here and shoot them. I feel almost bad for these blue ones. They're so crap that everything just kills them. Literally everything just kills them. Union says, I'm glad that got resolved. I probably would have woken up at 3 a.m. thinking about it. Yep. If you're fighting a lot or using a lot of RD, then the ammos going to the front can take most of your logistics. Also, reinforcements can be very heavy. Bigger truck station or rail. Don't forget you need the railhead. Yes. So rail works by rail stations moving to rail heads. Can't rail move past the railhead? Yes, it can. What rail can't do? Let's go back over to my frontage over here because this is a good example. Let's say that I ran out of truck points on this road, but I had rail points. There's no station here, so I could not get it. Let's say a reinforced tank into a unit here. You only get your rail points at railheads or rail stations. So I could ship it to here, but then I have to truck it to where it needs to go. So in some magic world where you didn't have a road, which can't happen, but let's just say you didn't have a road, the rail would provide no logistics on the sides of it, only on the rail and then where the railheads or rail stations are. That's why I do things like pave these roads that are important, because even though I'm shipping via rail here, I can't get it off the rail. So there could be a world where maybe you just build a railhead like right here. Like that could be a thing. I usually don't build in that way, but that would be a way you could do it. Just a little rail station here, a little western town to get some supplies off. That's why there's like, I don't build rail out here because you need a railhead or a rail station to unload. So it wouldn't do anything. Speaking of which, before I forget that too, send those workers. We're really pushing that town really, really hard. Okay, back to it. We were done. I was moving aliens, that's right. All right, this is gonna be another suck one. So these strat move. You know what? We're having enough problems down here. I think I'm gonna send them this way. All right, we'll go to there. All right, this is gonna suck. There's no two ways about it. Dang it, and I just did what I didn't want to do and moved to an MG. I knew that was gonna be a problem. I'm concentrating very hard. My apologies. Okay, I'm gonna need... Oh! What happened to you two idiots? You didn't get to the railroad. Oh, you didn't get on the road. Alright, I can fix that. I also need to raise a new formation of machine guns here. Alright. Still want to finish this. Go there. Go there. That's alright. We just have an extra machine gun down here. Not the end of the world. Done. Okay, and then I did what I could do. Yeah, we've already moved. Okay, I didn't do this pocket. Any world where we could get in here. I'm looking for breakthroughs and surrounds. I'm struggling to get through these lines though, so yeah. Oof. Youch. What are we running on our motorized? Okay, you know what? Maybe we run something on our mobile line. Our mobile. Now these guys are not really meant to attack, so giving them like recon and force, not particularly useful. Mobile ops, again, not particularly useful. Infantry plus artillery gets 40% on defense. Mechanized forces get -30. Okay, no. I mean, we could just throw a defense on them. They attack once in a while, though. Okay, no, I guess I don't want to give them a card. That's unfortunate. At least I don't have something that looks particularly useful at the moment. All right, and my artillery is going to try to change up units. You have no assets? You're a town of no assets. I'm impressed, actually. I'm actually impressed. How did you do that? Very interesting. I guess let's build a truck station in Victory Hill. There you go. Weird. Okay. I don't think I want to do anything. This is just asking for deaths. I don't think I want that. We did these. We did him. Did them. Did them. Did that. Did not do him. Okay. You. This might be... Nope, he's got a little bit more.
Hold your positions.
No. No. He's got a little bit more droop, or was that the end of the droop? That hex right there might have been the end of him. We'll check next turn if we finished off that green. All right, well, this is fine. Got a lot of land claimed, if nothing else. All right, here, boink, boink. Okay, again, like, we have a quite good opportunity up here. Like, we just do a quick little breakthrough there, and then we zoom up to Emana Ruins, which is a crap place to have, but something we could conquer. Okay, we have 10 points left. We played a breakthrough. Maybe we just play our other two breakthroughs.
Roger that.
We got personal armor optimization. Good tech.
Roger that.
Energy storage optimization. Less useful. What are we working on right now? I don't even remember. Conventional small arms. That's probably good enough. We may change the lasers at some point. Next turn, if I can remember, maybe we'll change our applied science. That personal armor looks kind of juicy. We'll see what else we've unlocked. And it's been a really long time since we had a tech discovery. I need to open these other fields. Okay, yeah, let's... What are you doing, economic? Okay, you're doing the nuclear plant. Okay, never mind. I guess we are working, just slow. Expensive things. And I am saturating them with points. Yeah, both of them are saturated. Okay. Yep, I'm just impatient. We are on the slow tech speed, so no surprises. Okay. Construction. Scrap Town. Built Airbase 3. Okay, I'm going to want some air actually built here, but I don't need that now. We have a truck station 2. We have rail here. We are not housing everybody. Everyone's favorite government apartments.
Copy that.
Workers and resources intensifies. Oil drilling in a bulwark. And they finally finished their apartments. Excellent. They need health and entertainment. Easy. Health and entertainment.
Order acknowledged.
Okay, worker apartments finished. Airbase 2 in Boomtown. Immediately go up to Airbase 3. I'm actually gonna have air bases before this war kicks off. I can't believe that, actually. Black market. Kind of done until he can upgrade. I could throw social housing. I don't think I care. We have rail here already. We are growing. Yeah. Okay. You're cool for a little bit. Rock Fort. Solar panel 4 is building. Okay. Turn done. Cool. Back home didn't die. Well, great success. Rail is good for city logistics. You can't extract many logistic points without a railhead. Yep. Very interesting. Think you would need a truck station at the floating railhead? Yes, you probably would, Dimbones, man. You might be able to get away with a supply depot, although I think that just adds a few extra truck points. So yeah, you probably would need a full truck station. Buildings in the middle of nowhere cause admin strain. Yes, they do. Just remembered something I wanted to ask you if they haven't scrolled through the game. Fertility of the population seems that each one has additional. Yep, they certainly do. Different cultures can have different fertilities. Yours, the player, and I think the other majors all have essentially similar. I don't think they get different ones, but some of the other minor cultures can have different fertilities. In Republica, there's also other things. We have a law for large families that's giving us a bonus, for example. There's a card in, I think it's in Autocracy, also that has pop growth. Yep, so you're 100% right. There's not a ton you can do with it, though. If you play with the cult module, one of the cults has pop growth. I think it's like the naturey one, the anima or something. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's not the syndics, because those are the commies. One of them has a little bit of pop growth, but I mean, it's great to have, but there's not much else you can do about it. Actually having good pop growth is really nice. Like this game, we have really good pop growth. I don't know if it's just because of that law or if he changed how it works, because historically, you got almost no pop from growth. It was almost all coming in free folk. So I'm glad about that. That was one of the weak points I thought before. Not getting a cloning facility, for example, felt like a death sentence. We had 10 tank. No, we killed 10 tanks and we lost 30 motorized and 10 tanks. Bought a compound, found some fuel. Scavenging was removed in 3335. Oh, grenadiers. Never mind. For a second, I thought that was what I was looking for. Okay, 3335. 33. Where was this? 35. Okay, it was somewhere around here. Oh. Die. Oh, geez, that scared me. I thought, oh, geez. I thought we were over here. I was like, what the heck just happened? I do note, however, he didn't have forces here before. So, yeah, that's coming sooner or later for sure. Banks wants total power over estate. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no. We'll say no, we'll take the heart. Governor wants to take my property. Governor of Boomtown, Dimbones Man, is trying to get me evicted from an asset in Boomtown. Please help me protect it. The governor claims my activities run contrary to the interests of the nation. Proven claims of undermining our moral fiber require action. The governor has publicly stated, please tell the governor to leave me and my property alone. There's no justice in this. The governor is no different from me in his or her operations. All right, so Dimbones Man is getting Governor of Boomtown. So Haas is bullying Dimbones Man. Noah, you're the one getting bullied. Haas is trying to evict me from my asset in Boomtown. Yeah, leave Dimbones Man alone. He's trying really hard. Haas was very unhappy with your lack of support. No respect for the governor is mumbled audibly. You looking for a balcony tour, buddy? Milk, staff council. No changes. Thinking about that really hard. I never feel like I can ever get enough of those points. Plundering in a bingy. This is gray. Has zero chance to do this. But I really could use the points.
Yes, sir.
Found and killed the wrong guy. Perfect. You'll love to see it. Walkout agitator in Lathoris ruins. This is Kevin. We'll just give in a few demands. Upgrade Big Town. You know what, Big Town? It's finally your turn.
Yes.
There you go. Border Town is now big. All right, Fab 2 built oil drilling 3. Okay, so we got a mine, we got the oil, we got the oil. Okay, I could hook up more oil. What are you doing here? You could use some quality of life. This is the problem. All my cities are now in a arms race for quality of life. All right, is what it is. We'll start with security, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hospital 1 in Abingi. You need entertainment. Give me the VidCon. Point Disappointment built solar panel 3s. Boy, you've come a long way, haven't you? Okay, could use some entertainment.
Roger that.
Roger that. Airbase 2 in West Ruins. Okay, I'm gonna not try to build two things at once. We couldn't really handle that. Oh, I can't build Airbase 3. I need the city to grow. Okay, in that case, what do you need? Health and entertainment. And we just built health. So VidCom.
Order acknowledged.
Are we still making power? No. But that's okay. We can let it go down some. Okay, Hospital 1 in West Ruins. Barracks 1 in Amalgam Ruins. Okay, so we're obviously doing quality of life here. So we'll do uni. Barracks. Done. Okay, done. Dim Bones Man doesn't know if he's the victim or the meanie. Don't internalize it, man. You can't let your bully do that to you. Great, I'm just having fun. Thanks for the job. Apparently, you're like hyper competent and yet you never seem to succeed. I feel like you're just trolling us at this point. Yeah, I'm not 100% certain what's changed, but I feel like pop growth is different, at least different than I remember. Like, I felt like it was, oh, that was Icedale. Holy crap, I'm about a heart attack. I thought that was my capital. I feel like it's logarithmic. Like, as we get more people, we have more babies, which would make sense. Before, I felt like I never got more than a couple hundred people. Like, we got, like, 1,000 something people here. 900 due to natural growth. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Balcony tours are the best. Takes a while to get there, but it doesn't last long. It's a quick drop and a sudden stop. Is there a way to get militia to use something better? Yes, but you need to go into the political system of aristocracy. And the local nobles will upgrade into better. I think there's another one in here somewhere else too, where they can be better. I don't remember what it is, but it's one of these new political feats. Under normal circumstances, no, they can't. Ah, there's a law. There you go. The other one's a law, says Gray. Okay, so we are done. We have 23 points. Is that even legal? All right, we'll do our last breakthrough. Sanitation programs. Okay. I mean, very boring logistics text, but good. Good. Applied science call. Research. Okay. Okay, so we have 42 points of small arms. We got 48 points of guns. That's going to be tanks. We could do some solar. Could do some solar. We could do some personal. I think we're going to do personal armor.
Yes, sir.
I think that's just too good to not have some linear tech on. that'll be good for the entire game. So we have 17 points. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do with 17 points? A Grand Convention would actually be pretty awesome. We're actually having some relation problems. Are we still set for that 2%? Yeah, we are. All right. Still a matter of time, I suppose. I do believe Dim Bones, man, they do get some obsolete stuff, but exceptionally slowly. Yeah, other than like outside the early game, they're useful for holding off like miners or aliens, or just being like local garrison forces. They're not really useful offensively. They're never useful offensively. Maybe if you luck out and you get like some improv buggies and tanks in the very early game. Yeah, they're just never that good. Governor Convention? I don't think we have Governor Convention because that's a democracy card. We have Grand Convention and we have the War Game. I'm pretty sure Governor is from democracy. I don't think I'm wrong about that. Could be. I'll double check. Grand Convention's the better one, but you're right. It's like twice as expensive. Because there's what? There's governors. There's one for directors specifically, right? One for military, and then Grand does all three of them. Fog busting. Yeah, fog busting's fine. I like the aliens for that. It's nice that you have something that doesn't need supply lines. It actually makes the aliens kind of worth all the PP you spend on them. Because how much PP would you guys say we spent on aliens? 400 maybe? 500? Like all game. I'd say 300 to 500. Because even just my final play was 51 each. So that's 102 just to do that. Some of our leaders are getting close to retirement age. I mean, we could do a social security check, Casey. You're probably right. Especially some of the seniors. Boy, if I was still recording this series instead of streaming, I would totally cut out these end of turns. These are actually kind of killer. Self-propelled artillery shouldn't have any difference on to hit rolls. The only difference I can think of is you're just running a larger caliber compared to your other ones. Larger calibers fire more shots. I've done some self-propelled before. I would always build like a giant monster gun that you'd fire once and it would eat your entire logistics like for 3 turns. I think they're overpriced. If the enemy actually used artillery and did artillery duels, I could see some armored mechanized being worthwhile. I prefer the motorized. It's just so much cheaper. Just so much cheaper. You had a leader reach 100 years old. Wow. He must have had really high strength, right? Brought an exemplary CEO. Found some more fuel. Roaming thieves, marauders in Doggertown, quack doctors and point disappointment. Time of efficiency. Ooh, finally. We finished our nuclear plant. I don't think I've ever actually built one. Finished our... It's the speed gun. Okay, I like that name. We finished laser rifles. Not gonna upgrade to those at the moment, but I wanted to get that for the unlock tech. We discovered tactical nuke. I don't know if I've ever even discovered that tech before. Why not create a gun that can actually launch a huge shell that contains a small nuke, aka a Davy Crockett? We discovered a new tech, education methods. Okay, another linear quality of life tech. Spy team. Okay, nothing too juicy there. Incident with Democratic activists. This is Iron-Eyed. Yeah, we haven't seen him tonight. Hope he's all right. All right, rather grave incident. You should know what happened. A group of Democratic activists were outside my compound in Boomtown and insulting you. It really got on my nerves. I had them arrested and ordered them to be driven off and taken care of, if you know what I mean. I do. You know what? I could actually use the minus democracy. We're gonna ignore that and let that go, if you know what I mean. The governor wants to take my property. Dude, Dem Bones man, you gotta stand up for yourself. Yeah. It's Boomtown Hoss. Who's Boomtown Hoss? Who is this? Boomtown. Vinicus Haas. When did you become such a bully and why are you so mad? You have low authority, you're not emotional, you think you're witty. Like, you're not a bad dude. What is your problem? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's butter your bread. Let's find something. Okay, look, friend. Let me introduce you to Hilda. Hilda, this is Mr. Haas.
Roger that.
19 points. 70. Okay, he's above the danger zone now. And if he's not, I'm just saying, I've done some remodeling lately. Okay, you may not take his stuff. Minus 32. 32. The heck, man. What is your problem? We could give you a gift. You know what? You don't have a medal. The largest jerk medal. Governors. Haas. 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 Biggest bully. We just award him that. Hope on the horizon. I keep thinking they're talking about my artillery, and I'm like, what? Yes, we will help. 6 Virtus. Not terrible. Applied science priorities. This is fine. No changes. Economic Council. Okay, we need to strategically unlock some new trees. We're having a problem with that. Okay, so automation, I would want to get a resonant. No, that's a military. Water purification or volcanic energy. I need some more text to get in here. Walkers would be heavy machinery, could also come from that. Or applied chemistry would be a bunch of texts. A lot of that is applied science because it's applied chemistry. I'm less concerned about that. Advanced chemistry would be pretty useful, which I wonder, we got polymer armor from the tech trade, maybe? Because we don't have this tree open. Okay, to open this, I would do hydroponics or water soil. I don't care about either, but we'll get hydroponics, I guess. Okay, I want cluster bombs. I want mines. I want resonance scanners. Let's get the cluster bombs so that we can build a strat bomber. Or maybe attack bomber, one of the two.
Received.
Okay, we did our quad. Let's just make a dummy. I'm not going to build this, but let's just make a dummy helicopter. It'll be a fighter that uses a medium rotor, and it's got a fuel tank on it, and some Gauss weapons, and nothing else, and no cargo. This is why you use blueprints, by the way. Actually, didn't turn out too bad. Sure, we're never gonna build one of those. I'm just gonna get it to unlock the heavies. Independence rallies in veins. I thought we had fixed you. All right, we're gonna have to send in the troops. Failed to contain the militants. I don't love that. Now that wasn't rebellion, but We are definitely going to play a card there this turn. Roaming Thieves. Full support, Kevin. Critical success. Marauders. Full support. Success. Quack Doctors. Full support. Critical success. All right. Mayans, nice job. Zone upgrade, ask me later. Okay, we definitely need to chill out Veins. Not Boomtown, not Lakeview, not Huntsland, Veins. Okay, I'm thinking we might actually use Calm Them Down. Minus 3d10 unrest. If we roll a 3, I'm going to be rather upset. 23. Okay, acceptable. Still very high, though. I'm actually going to play that twice. 15 more. We could give them a zoo. Maybe they just really are mad because they don't have a big enough zoo. There you go. Militia, tax, volunteer drives. Buy off unrest. 150 credits. Reduces unrest by 4d10. Sure. Critical success, good job. Slice, good job. 26 less. You know what? My superpower is money. I'm like Batman. 26 less. Okay, we went from like 90 unrest to 6. That is much, much safer. This is still not solved though. Like, what is your problem? What is wrong with you? Pop happiness increased. Diminished by 7 due to high unrest. I dealt with that. Diminished by 4 due to high danger. I'm working on that. Okay, so they're just literally like, we're crappy people and we're mad that we're crappy people. All right, well, so we do crappy things. Okay, well, good luck. Good luck. I hope that turns out well for you. I might even need another unit here. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's raise another independent machine gun. Yeah, just having more forces will help. Okay. Next is gonna be down here. Whew. Okay. You guys, group move towards the gap. Did we get our new artillery? We did. We did. Our Hope 3s have arrived. Hooray. All right. Who needs to have a little bit of hope? You look like you could use some hope. All right. Get that surround. We'll bombard them next turn before we do anything else. All right, you guys. Okay, can we finish this off? The guy I accidentally unsurrounded. All right, Wolf, have a good one, man. Glad we could help. Okay, there we go. Mistake fixed. All right, new surround on this guy. Yeah, it's all coming together. All right, several guns. I guess that's fine. If we lose them, we lose them. I'm not too concerned about that. All right, I did build a buggy specifically to deal with you. And you know what? A couple aliens could come help surround. Sure. They look like the helpful sort. And the rest of them will group move that direction. Oh, ooh. We have a problem. I don't have a good solution for that. All right, you guys maintain the road the best you can. You're just gonna have to hold for one turn with no supplies. Okay, I'm gonna send this buggy down here too. We'll just have to forget about that thing and just be really sad later. Actually, you know what? We'll send Blue back. You guys don't need to be so far out. Let's go try to take care of that. All right, and you guys are gonna have to deal with this. Cool. Okay, surrounded. Get them.
Engage the enemy.
Very nice. Yeah, I almost feel bad for these blue ones.
Here's this.
Then again, never suffer Xeno. Because they will show you no mercy. Gotta be careful. He actually does need supply. Okay, we'll get him surrounded. Probably missed somebody over there. All right, did we actually kill that guy off? No, he still has... No, this is the other one. Okay, so he was... He's dead, whoever he was. There are 4 majors left. Me, Big Boy, Green that we're fighting, and Dean Hoshland has his little pieces inside of me that were super annoying. Do we have a declare minor war card? We sure don't. All right. I'm just going to be cranky about that for the rest of the game. Okay, and that's everybody who needed to move. Construction-wise, short term. All right, we got to solar panel 3s. Power is still going down a tiny amount, but fine at the moment. How's your quality of life here? Pretty good, pretty good. Housing people, yeah. All right, you're just fine. Let's go ahead and we'll put in some more scav, I guess.
Order received.
Just keep it all flowing. Bulwark finished a hospital. I need to move these planes up. Or find a way to use them. I don't like them just sitting here. Okay, hospital was built, so we need entertainment. That's a bit gone. They can tune into Babel Builders channel. It's really hot on the Shadow Empire planet here. Barrio Ruins got their workers. Oh man, of course we get cut off. That's so sad. So sad. I also don't care about that furnace. Let's mothball that. And now that we have the housing, even though it's not working this turn, we're going to logistics truck station. The thing is, right now, Droog, I would lose 10 happiness with everybody, and we're actually having a little bit of happiness issues, I think. We go to all. Well, not the worst. 92. So I guess it's not that bad, but I definitely would want a grand convention right away. Let's see if we could do that. Okay, and I think that is turn. But that is also coming up on the 3-hour mark. So I'm going to have to call it there, guys. I feel like it was slow, but progress tonight. We got the aliens both dealt with. That was a big one to get done. We're taking a lot of free territory, which is great. Green, a little more stubborn than I thought, but I can't believe he has more than 1 or 2 little gas stations. So he's on the end. So Brown is rapidly approaching our crosshairs. I'm pretty excited for that. I was really bummed the other day when I thought we weren't going to be able to finish because I want to see how this war goes. It's going to be crazy because neither one of us has enough forces to staff our borders. So I think what we're going to do, if I get to choose when the war is going to start, we need some close air support, some of those airplanes, and we can use those to strike at things that try to deep strike us. I think we're going to want some more motorized as like a rapid response force. So like a motorized that has like maybe a light and a medium tank auxiliary attached to it. Something like that. Or maybe even a light infantry battalion with the tanks and then attach a medium to those. Something like that. We're going to need some airports in the east to do that strategy. Like that's going to be my war doctrine, basically. Rapid response with some air support. We're going to rapidly try to build lines and armor push towards opportunity targets, especially the pinch point in the middle of the map, this northwestern point by west ruins, and then that area in the east. Charts for nerds? Sure, we can do that before we quit. Man, one thing I've really appreciated in this game, this is like the first Shadow Empire game I think I've ever played that I wasn't metal constrained. Like, I'm really not thinking about metal that much, which is crazy because normally that's the biggest problem by far. By far. Yeah, so very interesting. I feel like we're gonna have some explosive things going on here. Getting that heavy helicopter too, and getting a couple of them out as kind of some emergency supply points. I've never had to do that other than like mountain assaults, so that could be interesting to try to keep places that are getting cut off supplied. Of course, assuming that our turn's gonna roll over. You're making me kind of nervous, game. I didn't just give a huge spiel about how excited I am for you to crash, right? Because that would be annoying. He says very nervously. There we go. Oof. Killing me, man. Killing me, Smalls. Household Philosopher. Rare metals. Waste disposal accident. Quacks. Of course, Fanaz is back. Echo Tracer Spy Kit. Okay. An Energy Lance. All Out Attack. Spy Ring. Okay. Bunch of stuff. All right. Charts for nerds. Okay, so you like to look at, was it comparative manpower? I mean, we are pretty much in lockstep with him at the moment. We also could look at upping our recruitment some. We have some big towns, and then we could go do an audit and just make sure everyone's doing their part. Just shave off, 500 pop from each place. Would not be bad. Would not be bad. Tech level, we are ahead. He did close the gap a little bit though. Civ level, I'm way above him. Victory points, look at our rapid catch up here. Quite nice. Somehow he's much higher than we are for Huertus. Troops, starting to get some veterans. We have 4,500 veterans down here. Oh, sorry, Abby. No, that's the end tonight, unfortunately. We're just checking the stats before we call it here. It was a good stream, though. I think you'll enjoy it. Manpower. I'm way ahead of him on that, interestingly enough. Yeah, we don't have stats on those other ones there. Okay, as always, guys, like I mentioned earlier, if you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. That helps me a ton. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to have you back. If you want to support the channel, you can always join me live for a super chat. Leave a super thanks on a video or VOD that you enjoyed. Maybe become a member here on the channel. That gets you early access to things I'm working on. For example, tomorrow is going to be the start of a new series for Solium Infernium. As I mentioned earlier, if you know what that is, you're excited. And if you don't, I think you're in for a little bit of a treat. We'll see if the remake's any good. Spoilers, I think it's all right. And if you just want to leave a tip, I also have a Patreon linked in the channel info. There's also a free Discord. You can hop on in there. I do an @everyone before I go live in my announcement channel. So if YouTube doesn't tell you when I'm going live, you can get your info there. And if you don't want that, you can just mute the announcement channel and chit chat about games and whatnot there. All right, guys, have a great evening. I will see you guys on Friday. Babel out.